What's up, guys? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is currently 8:50 a.m. I am leaving the rental company right now. I've got to go drop this piece of equipment off. I've got the mini skid on here now, guys. I don't know how much this thing weighs, but it is heavy as hell. Scared the crap out of me too, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've got a 6.5 by 10 trailer, and it's got a single 3,500 pound axle on it. And dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, loading this thing up, that man, I think it made that man's butthole pucker a little bit as well as mine. But we got it on here. I gotta be extremely careful. I'm headed over to the property now. Just pulled out. It's a Scag. They've got several different brands. It's a Scag jackal. Look, seems to be a pretty good machine. I haven't used it yet, but it looks good. I mean, it's a damn good looking machine. It really is. It looks beefy. It looks like a mini skid, you know. But they got several different brands over here, guys. Rental Quip. They've got Bobcat. They've got Scag. They've got, they deal with John Deere, Caterpillar, Kubota. They got several different brands of machine. Just different types of rental machine, and this just happens to be the Scag mini skid that they had. He said he really wanted me to, he was trying to wait for me, or hoping that the either the Bobcat or the Kubota would be back before I came and picked it up this morning, but he said they just hadn't made it back yet, and no big deal. He said they go through that a lot, you know. Sometimes a job will go longer than what somebody expected, and they'll have to, the guy that has the equipment, I have to keep it a day or so longer, so no big deal. But as long as we got something, that's really all I'm worried about. I would have even took a walk behind if I'd have had to, but yeah, I've got to go drop this off, and then I got to go back to the house. I'm not going to leave my landscaping trailer at this property without me being there. It's not in the greatest area, I guess you could say. It's not a terrible area. It is Columbia County, and Columbia County is a pretty peaceful area. You know, there's not a whole lot of crime. But at the same time, man, my trailer is my livelihood, and it's not the best area in Columbia County. So I am gonna drop my trailer off at the house, swap balls out. I've got to take a 2-inch ball off of the hitch and put a 2 5/16 ball on there, and then go back to the rental company and pick up a 10-foot dump trailer. And once I do that, I'll be in business, man. I'm gonna be picking them up and putting them down. And I didn't. The guy didn't teach me how to drive it or anything. He just, after he got it loaded, he showed me what the controls were, how to work them, and all that good stuff, and told me how to swap tanks and everything. So I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. I've never claimed to be a rocket scientist or anything like that, but I mean, it's equipment, guys. It can't be that hard, right? And but anyway, I'm looking forward to this, man, finally getting this job started. And I will cut y'all back on here in a little bit. And I'm going to try as hard as I can to get y'all some footage today. I'm not going to promise anything, guys, because I'm limited on how much time I have. And I really want to try to get every single thing done today. I'm not going to be able to work tomorrow because of the weather. And I really want to try to get this, this job done this week, you know. If I got to push the lattice and pine straw back to next week, no big deal. But I want to get it done this week, man, because I've got some big stuff coming up next week too. And but hey, we're finally getting it going, guys, and I'm super excited, chomping at the bits to get this thing going. And hey, man, I'll cut y'all back on here in a little bit, guys. Until then, y'all be blessed. What's up, guys? I'm back. I want to holler at y'all for a minute, man, before or while I'm on the way to go pick up this trailer. By the way, it's 9:08 a.m. I was talking to the guy while I was there because I wanted to ask him what his thoughts were on the mini skids. And he told me, he said, hey, listen, he said, of course, I'm a Bobcat dealer. He said, we sell Bobcat. He said, but I'm going to tell you this. He said, we rent several different brands, and this isn't the owner of the company, by the way. He said we rent out several different brands. He said we got John Deere, Bobcat, Kubota, Scag, Hustler, Grasshopper, Echo, Billy Goat, DR Pro, all that. He said we have just about everything you can imagine when it comes to in case. They got case as well. And he told me, he said we have just about everything you can imagine for the green industry, and just about every brand there is out there. He said if we don't have it now, we have had it before. And he said last year we bought 3 brand new mini excavators. They were the Chinese versions. They all had Kubota engines on them, and we have 1 left. He said the other 2, of course, now you got to think we're dealing with rental companies, so I'm not trying to scare you away, so I'm just giving you the honest to God's truth. He said we're a rental company and a lot of different people use these machines. He said, but we have had more trouble out of those 3 mini excavators, the Chinese mini excavators that they bought for cheap. I want to say he told me they paid $7,000 a piece for them at an auction, and he said 2 of them are ruined, no good no more. They've had them for a little over a year now. He said 2 of them are no good no more, and 1 of them, they do have problems out of it. He said the main problem that they have out of it is like hydraulic oil leaking all over the place. He said, but other than that, it runs flawlessly. He said, but he said it's a great price. He said they really are. He said they're great prices, and he said, you know, I understand why people are buying them. He said, especially, he was talking about me. He said, especially a guy like you. He said, you know, you're an established lawn care company, but you're trying to get into the landscaping side of things. He said it would not hurt you to give it a shot. He said, because I'm seeing that you can get them. He said, I'm seeing that you can get them as low as $3,000. He said, you may even be able to get them cheaper than that. And he said, if you're an established business, lawn care company, he said $3,000 is a drop in the bucket for you. He said, and now yeah, $3,000, you hate to lose $3,000. He said, but it would be worth $3,000 to give it a shot, because if it doesn't work, he said, if it only lasts you a couple of months, he said, this is the thing, guys, you can make $3,000 in 1 job. He said, you'll get your money back in 1 job. As long as you're pricing things the way you're supposed to price them, you'll get your money back on 1 job. He said, but, he said, it's a gamble. He said, some stuff is good and some stuff is bad. He said, but it's the exact same way with American-made equipment. He said, American-made equipment, he said, you know, we're a Bobcat dealership. We have a brand new mini skid. I forgot which one it was, but it's a brand new mini skid over there. Beautiful. I'm talking about white, shiny, all that good stuff. And he said, for that machine right there with no attachments on it, it's $36,000. He said, if you buy attachments, you might as well be prepared to add another $1,500 to $5,000, depending on what you get. He said, but that machine starts at $36,000. So that's what he told me. He's he's kind of like a mixture between a sales rep, customer service rep, and mechanic, I guess you would say. I think they told me one time before there's 4 people that work there, and all of them do everything. You know, they work on the stuff, they sell the stuff, they do it all. But that was his honest opinion on the Chinese mini skids and mini X and stuff like that. He said, but he did tell me too. He said, now as far as the mini skids go, he said, I have 0 dealing with them. He said, I've never dealt with one. He said, we don't own any. He said, we've always had enough mini skids and skid steers that we didn't have to go out and buy none. He said, but we, you know, being we hadn't been around as long as some of the other companies in the area, we don't have the amount of equipment that they have, so we jumped on the opportunity to get some cheap excavators whenever it came about. And he said, we paid for it. He said, we got them very cheap, and 2 of them don't even run anymore. So that was his thoughts on them. But at the same time, he understands my situation, and he said $3,000, you'll make that back in 1 job. As long as you don't tear that machine up in 1 job, you'll make that money back in 1 job. And he said, so it's a little bit of a risk, but at the same time, it'd be worth it. And he said, you know what? He said, my recommendation is, he said, I would buy one. He said, I would buy the most powerful one you could find that you could fit in any gate in the area. And then I would keep it maintained, stay on top of the maintenance and all that good stuff, and just pray that it don't tear up on you. Keep it as long as you can, but in the meantime, be saving for better equipment like a Bobcat or a Kubota or a John Deere case or something like that. So That was his opinion. And he said, go ahead and get you one. And he said, get your money saved up and then come back up here and see me and I'll sell you this bobcat over here. That's exactly what he told me. But he said it with a grin on his face, you know, trying to make a sale. But I do appreciate that, guys. He was honest with me. He wasn't trying to shy me away from him, but he did tell me an honest opinion. And he also said, I don't recommend a mini excavator to nobody. He said, that's just my opinion. I don't recommend a mini excavator to nobody. Not one of the Chinese ones. He said, I could be wrong. He said, it could just be the luck of the draw. And it could be the brand that we bought. I didn't ask him what brand that they bought, but he said, I wouldn't recommend one to anybody. So, there's that, guys. But I just wanted to share that with y'all while I'm in between taking care of responsibilities right here. And I'll cut y'all back on soon. Y'all be blessed.
Because early gets you.
Hi, guys. I'm back. Just left the, I'm leaving the dealership right now. I'm sorry, the rental company right now. It's 9:53. Woo, 2 hours gone already. Well, hour and a half. I didn't leave the house till about 8:30. So, hour and a half gone already. Got the dump trailer hooked up. It's a little bit of trouble when I was trying to leave, man. We got it hooked up and everything, and went to go pull out, and the brakes on the trailer kept locking up. And what it is, you know, he thought maybe it was just grinding out, and you know, he cut the ground wires on all four of them, and it still kept doing it. So he fixed it to where it would work with my truck. My truck does not have a trailer brake controller on there, but I still got to hook up the pigtail because of the lights and everything. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, all that tells me is that whenever I do buy another truck, after I get all this equipment and everything, when I get another truck, man, I got to get trailer brakes on there. Whether it be a diesel or a gas burner, I gotta get trailer brakes. So, yeah. But anyway, the guy told me he'd see me in the morning, and they gonna dock my credit card then. They took the $50 deposit, of course, and we will go from there. But I've got all day today. You know, I've got 24 hours. He told me he was giving me 24 hours from the time I pulled out the parking lot, and he told me, he said, so 10 o'clock, it needs to be back, all of it. And he asked me, he said, just bring the, he said, we're probably not gonna dock you if you don't. And he said, but, you know, common practice, you know, just please try to bring it back on at least 3/4 of a tank, man. Don't bring it back on empty. He said, but you know, your tank is full. He said, if you want to stop and fill it up, that'd be awesome. And I will, guys. I'm not gonna do nobody like that, man. I'm not gonna bring that thing back with no fuel in it. So, but yeah, man, we are underway. I'm about to get this. I'm on the road right now, about to get this job going, man. I'm headed that way right now. I'm just gonna leave the dump hooked up. This dump trailer's kind of cool, man. It's you know, all four sides, well, three of the sides, you know, it's got the gate in the back, the double gate, and then I'm not sure if it's the two sides or if it's just that one side that does it, but it lifts up and folds down. That way you can make it a little more easier accessible if you need to. But we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? If I can't get the mini skid to lift up high enough, which I don't see it being a problem at all, honestly. But if I can't get it lift up high enough, you know, I might need to use that feature. But I doubt it, seriously, man. But yeah, man. About to get this job going, man. I've been looking forward to doing this job since October. And this is actually the start of me doing real landscaping jobs. You know, I'm not talking about just putting in mulch or putting in pine straw or doing a big bush job or cleanup or something like that. I'm talking about an actual landscaping job. You know, where you have to have equipment out here, and you're actually using your skills and all of your senses to pay attention to your surroundings and make sure you're not tearing anything up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this, guys. We're gonna see how this turns out. I've got 2 more on the list that's got to get done by the end of February, and this is really going to let me know if this is something that I want to get into full-time or not, if this is something that I want to market. You know, right now I'm just doing demolition work on a landscaping bed, and you know, pulling out all the bushes, all the mulch, all the lighting and everything, which the lighting, all it is solar lights. It's not hooked up to his power or anything like that, but pulling out all that solar lighting and putting in pine straw and installing lattice on his back porch. And so, yeah, looking forward to it, guys. But hey, it's baby steps. This kind of stuff is just like lawn care, guys. It leads to other things, you know. Started my business 5 years ago, and it's been a long time coming to get to a point where I actually could even think about bidding on landscaping jobs, and to where I would actually know how to bid on this kind of stuff, or be in a position to. And so, yeah, I am on my way now to the next phase of my business, man, and it's very exciting. And I'm hoping that it works out, man. I really do. It's going to do several things for me. For one, it's probably going to double my revenue, maybe triple my revenue if this works out. And for one, and for two, it's going to open up doors for other things. You know, maybe one day I'll get into hardscape and stuff like that. And for three, it's going to generate busy work for the winter, man, to keep me occupied during the late fall, winter, and early spring. So, yeah, looking forward to this stuff, guys. And like I said, I'm not going to make much on this job. This is a learning process for me, really just trying to learn the equipment. And I'm charging a little over $1,800 for this job. And the reason I did that is because I'm learning. And just in case the job doesn't turn out good, I don't want the customer, he is a client of mine, a lawn care client, and I don't want him to feel like I got that I ripped him off. And so between all the tools I had to buy and rent, and all the materials and everything, you're looking at close to $1,000 in equipment and materials. So not gonna make much of a profit, guys. Hopefully this will only take me a day, but we'll see, guys. But hey, look, I'll cut y'all back on here directly. Y'all be blessed. All right, guys, I got the first half of it done. I'll get y'all turned around, get you a little closer view. This is it right here, guys. These that tree right here, there's two trees, one here and one there. And guys, they gave me a fit, man. And then you had that shrub right there. It's that shrub right over there. And then, you know, you got a little bit right here, but I'm trying to save myself a little bit. That way I can smooth all this back out. And then walk around over here. Of course, you know, I probably should have, if I'd have thought about it, I would have moved all of those bricks right there. I'd have moved them with the machine instead of trying to do it by hand. But yeah, I mean, and you got this little bit left right here. This side over here shouldn't be nothing, guys. These are small plants, guys. And then come back over here and rip this down. I know you got all that ivy up there in the front. I may borrow my brother-in-law's Mini X to take care of that. I don't know that it's gonna work too good with that mini skid with all that ivy right there. But hey, you never know, guys. I do got to be careful. Right there, as you can see, you got the sewage right here. But and this is the porch I was talking about. It's got to be enclosed. But yeah, guys, as you can see, that's what I've got done so far. I don't know what time it is, guys. I'll look here in just a minute. I'm gonna go sit in the truck, take a break for a second. And guys, funny thing right here, I've been mowing this for about 4 months now, and that light post right there, guys, I thought that was inside of the bed. I thought the bed extends way out to here. I'm not gonna lie, because you seen all that stuff that was grown up right in here. But hey, man, it is what it is. We're getting it taken care of. It's my first time using a mini skid. I have very little experience with a skid steer at all. I've used a big bobcat before, but I've never used a mini skid. This first time for me. So I'll show you this mess I got. All this right through here, all down through here. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Look at all that up there, guys. Got somewhat of a mess here, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break for a minute. I'm gonna check my phone. I know I had one phone call. I don't know who it was, but yeah, I'm gonna take a break for a few minutes, and then I'll get back after it. I'll cut y'all back on for the rest of it here in a little bit, guys. Y'all be blessed. All right, guys, back on here. I just finished up. I didn't cut y'all on that time because it was about to start raining, and I didn't know how long it would take me. But yeah, I wanted to get as much done as I could before the rain set in. But let me walk around here real quick, and I will show you what we're working with, man. Get y'all turned around. This is what we got here. Tomorrow I will blow all of those leaves out of there. Those are ivy leaves, that stuff that was growing up around the porch and around the rail right here. But all that stuff is gone. Everything under here is gone. And I smoothed it out the best I could. You know, I'll bring probably ain't gonna be able to work tomorrow because of the rain, but I'll bring a hard tooth rake out here next time I come and do a little bit better with or not a hard tooth rake, a landscaper's rake. And then I would have liked to have dragged it all down there, but I didn't. They didn't want it down there. So, and but when I come, probably Monday or Tuesday, I'll bring the weed eater with me, knock some of this high stuff down. That stuff that wouldn't come up with the smooth bucket. It was roots and things like that. But anyways, guys, we are done for the day. It's raining right now, and it's coming, guys. It's coming. The rain is coming. So I got to get out of here. But everything you see right there is getting covered with pine straw, and then that porch right there is getting covered with all that lattice. So yeah, cut y'all back on in the truck in just a second. All right, guys, it's Matt. I'm back with y'all. I'm at the house. I'm in the garage now, as you can see. 7:20 p.m. Sorry I didn't get any more footage for you guys. It started raining on me earlier, and I wanted to hurry up and get this thing done. I was already messing up the yard anyway. I didn't want to mess it up any more than what I was already going to have to with the rain falling down. Speaking of which, y'all leave me some comments down below, man. Do you think I need to just resod those areas that got tore up, or do you think I need to get some sand or some top dressing or something to put in there? I feel like sand or top dressing would be fine. But the customer's not moving in till June sometime, but he is going to be coming back and forth and all that good stuff to take care of some things before he does move in. But anyways, guys, I got everything finished up that I needed to get finished up today. Got the everything that I needed the equipment for. Got it all done. What else? It wound up being 2 loads, and I got held up a little bit at my mother and father-in-law's house. That's where I took everything to dump it out in Lincoln, and got held up a little bit out there. My father-in-law wanted to chit-chat and everything, talking about the weather, and it's raining right now, guys, and it's supposed to rain all night. It's supposed to rain up until about 3 tomorrow. I just looked at it, and it ain't looking good for the home team, man. I've still got to put pine straw down. Got to I've got to, what else? Got to put pine straw down and got to put lattice up. And but yeah, but first thing in the morning, I'm going to take all this equipment back to the rental company. First time I've ever used a mini skid, guys. You know, considering that I didn't know what I was doing and I was learning, I don't think I did too bad. Yes, the ground did get messed up in some spots, but it is what it is. That's my fault there. I meant to go by Lowe's this morning, or Home Depot this morning, before I got started on the job, and get some plywood, but I got held up by several different things and forgot all about it. So my mistake. It is what it is. I'll do better next time, and next time I definitely won't do anything until I have plywood down. The next job I have to do is next week. I'm hoping I can get that stuff done tomorrow. Hopefully the weatherman's wrong. If I can get that done tomorrow, I've got one maintenance customer, one pine straw job, and one brush cutting job to do Monday. And if I can get all that done, I'm going to start on the next job Tuesday, and that's going to take me probably 3, maybe 4 days. I've got to go in and rip everything out, all the shrubbery, all the mulch. Got to grind up 2 stumps. I'm going to come back with brand new plants all the way around the house, and going to put down sod where I ground up the stumps, and I'm going to put down mulch. I think it's 4 yards of mulch, but overall it's going to be close to $4,000. I want to say it's 38 or 3,900 altogether, and so that's going to be a good one for me. I'm looking forward to doing that one. I did enjoy what I was doing today. I like machinery, guys. I like running equipment, and I like using my mowers. I like I, I enjoyed using the mini skid today. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, it's like anything else. It was frustrating while I was trying to learn it, but once I kind of got the hang of it, it wasn't that bad, man, and I actually enjoyed it. But I will say this: the guy that loaded me up this morning with the skid steer, he didn't tell me anything. He just told me what controls do what, and he told me where the float switch is. Didn't say what any of that was or anything, so I had to figure it out. And the first half of the job, you know, before lunch today, I did everything without floating the bucket. And once I figured out what the float was, what the float switch was, things went a lot smoother. And you know, I think I finished it up around 4:30. And the only reason it took as long as it did is, well, for one, I didn't get started till 10:30, and for two, there was a lot of debris that I was trying to manage, and had to make 2 trips with debris with the dump trailer, and then trying to smooth everything out, man. And that dump trailer, I'm not impressed with the dump trailer. I wasn't really happy about it. The dump trailer doesn't come with anything that dump trailers normally come with, you know. It didn't have ramps. There's no tarp or anything like that. So the second trip, I had to put a strap on it to hold all of it down. That's when I hauled the trees off, was the second trip. But I'm going to reach out to the customer and find out if he wants me to put all those bricks back, that border. You know, typically you don't do stuff like that when you're putting down pine straw, but, you know, different strokes for different folks. I'm going to find out what he wants. If he wants me to put them back, I will. No big deal. And definitely not going to charge him any extra for that. But yeah, today was definitely a learning curve. I learned a lot today. I learned what to do and what not to do. and some stuff did get tore up. I tore up one of those pesticide inserts that like like the exterminators come and put out in the ground. Tore one of those up and tore up the ground, and yeah, that was it. If anything else got tore up, it's on the utility companies, man, because the only thing that was marked was the sewage, and it is what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and wait 3 weeks. I waited 2 weeks. I'm not gonna wait 3 weeks for them to come out and mark it, man. I've got stuff I got to do. Not gonna let a quarter hold up a dollar. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, I'm gonna try to put all this stuff together for you. It's probably gonna be a long video. I hope you could see everything I was doing in the time lapse that I did. But yeah, guys, hope y'all are blessed. Till the next video, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holla at y'all. Bye.